In 2006, our planet developed a fever. It was a silent, invisible sickness that only a few dedicated scientists noticed at first. Deep within the Earth's atmosphere, a ghost was stirring. Methane, a potent and toxic greenhouse gas, had begun to surge with an alarming, inexplicable speed. This wasn't the slow, predictable rise they had been tracking for decades. This was a sudden spike, an anomaly that sent a ripple of concern through the scientific community. It felt like a switch had been flipped deep within the Earth's machinery. What had awakened this sleeping giant? Was this a natural hiccup, or was it the first tremor of a catastrophic climate shift, an ancient cycle that humanity had unknowingly set into motion?
Hello and welcome. If you're new here, welcome to Amazing 5. Today we're gonna discuss again some amazing facts.
To grasp the weight of this mystery, you first need to understand what methane is to our world. Imagine the Earth wrapped in a delicate, invisible blanket. This blanket is our atmosphere, and methane is one of its most powerful threads. While carbon dioxide gets most of the attention, methane is a heat-trapping superstar. Over a 20-year period, it's more than 80 times more effective at warming the planet. For years, the story seemed straightforward. Our industries, our agriculture, our waste, they were all pumping this gas into the air. But the sheer velocity of the 2006 spike didn't quite fit. It hinted at something far older and more powerful than our own recent history, a secret buried deep in the planet's past. To uncover this secret, scientists turned to the most pristine history books on Earth, the ancient ice sheets of Antarctica and Greenland. They drilled down through miles of ice, extracting long cylindrical cores. These ice cores are nothing short of time machines. Each layer of ice represents a year, and trapped within each layer are tiny perfect bubbles of ancient air, the atmosphere of a world that existed tens of thousands of years ago. By carefully analyzing these bubbles, scientists can read the planet's atmospheric story page by frozen page. And what they discovered was a rhythm, a slow, epic heartbeat. The Earth's methane levels weren't random. They followed a predictable cycle, peaking dramatically roughly every 100,000 years. Each of these massive surges was a planetary signal, a clear announcement that a long, brutal ice age was coming to an end. The last time this natural alarm had sounded was 12,000 years ago, as the great glaciers retreated and human civilization began to dawn. So, why was it happening again now, so far ahead of schedule? The answer lies in a grand cosmic ballet. Our planet's climate is choreographed by three elegant long-term cycles, known as the Milankovitch cycles. First, the shape of Earth's orbit around the Sun slowly shifts from a near-perfect circle to a more stretched oval. Second, the planet's axis gently tilts back and forth. And third, the Earth wobbles slowly on its axis, like a spinning top losing momentum. Together, these celestial movements dictate how much sunlight our planet receives and where it falls, acting as the master conductor for the coming and going of ice ages. At the end of each icy epoch, as these cycles gently warmed the planet, a critical tipping point was reached. This warmth began to thaw the vast stretches of frozen ground in the Arctic, known as permafrost. This permafrost is a massive frozen vault of organic matter, and as it thaws, it releases colossal amount of trapped methane. This sudden release of a powerful greenhouse gas would then rapidly accelerate the warming, creating a feedback loop that pushed the planet out of its deep freeze. This was the planet's natural way of healing from an ice age. But the events of 2006 revealed a terrifying truth. Humanity had hijacked the controls. The steady warming caused by our own industrial emissions had become the new trigger. We had begun melting the permafrost and warming the oceans ourselves prematurely starting the same ancient methane release that once ended world altering ice ages. We had awakened a slumbering beast. With modern satellites, we no longer have to guess. NASA now maps these methane sources from space, and the images are staggering. They have identified super emitters like a 3-mile long plume of invisible gas rising from a single landfill in Iran, or 12 massive leaks from oil and gas fields in Turkmenistan, together spewing nearly 40,000 kilograms of methane into the air every hour. These are not small leaks, they are gaping wounds on the surface of our planet. The mystery of 2006 has led us to a profound and unsettling conclusion. The current surge is not just our pollution, and it's not just a natural cycle. It is a terrifying hybrid, a natural feedback loop that has been dangerously amplified by human hands. We are witnessing the collision of ancient planetary rhythms with our modern industrial world.